Hello, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. All right, Scorp, why does this not surprise me? I mean, and I'm going to have to read this one because I don't think I can word it right. So, and I do think that this is what's happening to you because of what's showing up in the Oracle of E. So from Shadows and Light, Death and the Maiden, Invasion, Boundaries, Violated, and Dominance. And then from E, Picking Up After Yourself. Now, Death and the Maiden. There is a very out of balance relationship between you and another at this time. And before I go on, it doesn't have to be romantic, right? But it says it may be that you are death, taking too much and imposing on another, and all the while blind as the skeleton to the truth. Or it may be that you are the maiden and have no defense against another who is draining you, claiming all the while that they love you. You may have been drawn into the drama and color and entertainment of a relationship that is full of highs and lows and passion, but you are now discovering that it is tiring, draining, and lacking in respect. So it comes down to a question of whether or not you realize that this is unhealthy, right? If you ask yourself if this is an unhealthy relationship and the answer is no, then yes, then you need to separate. Now, the reason why I feel like you're not death, that you are the maiden, is because of Pick Up After Yourself. It says the blame game is over. It is time to realize that the only person who can affect you in any way is you. Within your own mind is the answer to every question and the power to accomplish anything. Take charge, be accountable, and let's do this thing. So I feel like it's a kick from the universe saying that if you're in an unhealthy relationship, it's time to get the hell out. All right, Scorp. Here's your overall for the week. Oh boy. The Three of Cups. Now, with the Three of Cups, absolutely we could be talking about you celebrating something really good, which I'm hoping for. But the Three of Cups has a tendency to show up for me when we're talking about outside influences, other people. You know, a reunion seems to be coming up with this one a lot for me this week, which I, usually try to steer away from when it comes to this, because I see this as the people that are around you. Now, it may be that you need to rely on your friends right now, though, too, but we'll see. We'll see how this is playing out. Oh, boy. The Ace of Cups. So, with that being the past coming through, it means that it was there in the past, but for some reason it hasn't become a possibility, like it should have already happened, right? So now it's coming back. Now with the Ace of Cups, right, new love, new connection, new relationship, a new beginning that's going to make you feel good and feel something. So, and I have to wonder, and this is only going to be for some of you, because one of the things that I'm feeling on this is, if you have an opportunity coming through, especially in the form of the Ace of Cups, would you have gotten out of a bad situation or even thought about it had this not come back through? Or would you continue to stay in this, draining situation? I don't even feel like it's that you're in an abusive relationship. I mean, absolutely, that could be the possibility for some of you. And yeah, I'm going to tell you that you need to get out of that. And, the only reason why I can understand is because I've been through it. I was in an abusive relationship when I was 18 years old and had my ass handed to me. And it changed who I was. And the only reason why I say that is because of the whole blame game thing with Pick Up After Yourself. Now, it just could be, though, like I said, for some of you, that you're in a relationship that is just man, it's draining you. It's just draining everything out of you. And the highs and the lows and the passion aren't doing it for you anymore. And that may be the only reason why you are entertaining this. In the present, the Knight of Pentacles. So, now we could definitely be talking about you being cautious about this coming through. Things may be moving slowly. Somebody may be moving slowly. But I don't know. I feel more so with the Knight of Pentacles being there that you're looking at, what that's going to mean for you later on. It's almost like setting up a backup plan almost. But I'm waiting to see what's happening here. But again, like, people are involved with this. Oh, wow, Scorp, really? Aquarius. And you have all these emotions that are playing into it, and I think that you're trying to be practical about it right now. Now, with the star being future conditions, there is a reason to, like, hope for this. You know, and it may be because of people that are surrounding you, that they're like creating a hopeful situation for you, especially if it comes to an opportunity coming through that may be coming through from, you know, people that you know, your friends. Again, reunion shows up with this one. But with the star, like, if you start working toward this, I feel like you're going to get into a really good spot here. But I feel like you're hopeful about it. But, you know, again, like, action, like, I need to see more action and something else happening. But yeah, you could definitely have something coming back through here that's like creating some hope and some healing for you. Absolutely, with the star. But it's like right now, I think you're holding on to this feeling of like being cautious and needing to have a backup plan, is what I feel like. Oh, Scorp. Wow. Alright, your best path to follow, the Queen of Cups. Man. So, definitely needing to pay attention to your emotions and your intuition. You know, which comes up with the Queen of Cups. But I also feel like you need to be more emotionally involved in this and maybe, you know, let go of needing to plan something out and just kind of go with it. And that may not be very good advice, but like, that's what I'm feeling like seeing her there. I've always said that I see the Queen of Cups as Scorpio. You don't ever take an emotional distance to something or someone. You get like full on if it exists, right? Because it either exists or it doesn't. And if it does, man, you're all about it. But something about it is making you want to like plan it out. But then I'm looking at the star going, wow, you know, that's big. But like you're needing to be like more in it, more emotionally in it, more emotionally invested, more in tune with your own emotions when it comes to this. But like, I'm not seeing anything bad though. Yeah, and that's why in your environment, the Queen of Swords. So, okay. Now, we could definitely be talking about a friend. And you've got Aquarius going on here. And they may be kind of helping to guide you in a direction where there is a new opportunity, right? Things may be moving slowly and you may be a little bit cautious and wanting to plan things out a little bit better. But, you know, with the Queen of Swords, first of all, if you're talking about a friend, you know, and it's funny because some of my best friends are Aquarius. And, like, I've always said when it comes to this, Aquarius will be the one to go, what the fuck is wrong with you? Settle yourself down. Stop being so damn emotional. But this person, if you're talking about a friend in your environment, is saying, hey, you know, let's see what happens. But she's being very direct and honest, especially when it comes to that Ace of Cups. Now, if we're talking about you, with this being your best path to follow, absolutely, you need to stop, like, being so cold and turned off. Like, you need to open up. You need to open up. Wow. Oh, man. But I also feel like, though, too, as soon as you speak up and speak out, Like, I think that things move into, like, almost a better place for you, though. All right. Oh, my God. Oh, your hopes and your fears, the King of Cups. So, yeah, we are talking about a person, and you've got hopes and fears surrounding him. And let me tell you that you are not the only one. You are not the only one that's like in this position right now. Now, water, right? I mean, you've got water and you've got air going on, but like, I feel like you're worried about what's going to happen in the long run with the Knight of Pentacles being in the present moment. And you may be kind of like not communicating the way that you feel. You're being like too direct and straight to the point, but then, also if you're hoping and fearing a new beginning, possibly with a person here, it's like, I feel like you're afraid to open up. You're afraid to open up, but like if you do start like speaking, you're not doing it from an emotional place, which is why the Queen of Cups is there. But look at it, Scorpio. And then you have the Star. I'm worried about what's going to come out. Oh my God. All right. Oh, now we could simply be saying here, though, that as far as this goes, you may get to a place where you get to celebrate something really good because of an opportunity coming through. I think that, you're being a little bit too logical about it, and maybe you need to be a little bit more emotional when it comes to your communication. But with the King of Cups, it's like hoping that you have control over your emotions. But I think this is going to have to do with a person. Now, because, and it's almost like looking at it in the reverse, but I'm going to clarify it first. The Five of Pentacles coming out on this. If you take this opportunity, it could mean that you are put in like a difficult spot. Now, again, with the Five of Pentacles, it's temporary. Financial difficulties, falling on hard times, but rejection, being cast out. But if you're looking at this and you're talking about reunion and coming back together, then it may be that this is something that you were removed from and now it's coming back through. Or it may be that you block out an opportunity here and then, you feel like rejected. And hopefully there's like healing coming through. But all right, the Sun. This situation, if you're talking about a connection with a person again, is going to make you feel good. But you're also seeing everything for what it is, and there is a reason to hope. There is a reason to hope that, this is going to be good, right? But you're still carrying this feeling of like rejection. Now, this may have already happened, or, like I said, it's like coming back together, being brought back in. Or you may be fearing this. Now, with the Six of Pentacles, right, like this is either about you or somebody else here that is like being a little bit more giving. They may be providing you some assistance, though, which may be creating this hope. With Justice coming out on this, this is really about whether or not you're going to reject an opportunity to have a connection possibly with another person, okay? So with Justice, if we're making final choices, we need to make sure that they're fair and balanced, which may be why you have the Queen of Swords, whether it's a friend, telling you to shape up, or this is about you being like a little bit too like cold and shut off and like too logical because you're worried about the future. Now, on the other hand, somebody may be like opening up here to like fix wrongs and like make sure that things are fair and balanced. But wow, Scorpio, I feel good about it, but I worry because of the Five of Pentacles, because it still seems to be an issue. I would just say that I would be careful about how you're seeing this and how you're thinking about it right now, because you're being asked to tap back into your emotions here. There is a reason to believe that, a situation is going to be healed. It's going to be like brought back to life with the sun. I mean, you feel like it's a good thing, and it is what it is. Like, there's no deception around this or anything. But, like, I worry that you're going to reject an opportunity that, should have already happened, though, with it being the past coming through. But again, with the Three of Cups, we're talking about, especially with the Five being brought back in and celebrating a connection, or we're talking about, friendships where you may have been like outed and like being brought back in, or a reconnection with someone, because I'm still looking at this King of Cups going, your hopes and fears are surrounding him. Why? And then the Knight of Pentacles. And there it is again. I think that for those of you who are in a relationship, just looking at that, you may have met a soulmate, or you may be with a soulmate, but it starts with friendship, right? Now, on the other hand, for some of you, it could just be that this is kind of where it moves to, but like, I'm not seeing anything bad around it. So you could definitely be saying that, you feel like you're with your soulmate, but it starts with needing to open up as far as like friendship goes, Now, for those of you who are single, worth waiting for, that one bothers me because it's not very helpful, right? But when you're looking at the Six of Cups, man, some of you are looking back at the past. You're looking back at a past relationship, and it's worth waiting for. That's the shocker, because usually, the message here is you need to stop focusing on what used to be. And I don't, like, I feel like I'm giving horrible advice this week, I swear to God. But for some reason, this is worth waiting for. But with soulmate, like, I'm kind of thrown off on it, but like, I don't feel like it's a bad thing with the Knight of Pentacles being there. I just think that maybe, if you're having a connection with somebody, it starts as a friendship, and it may move into, more of a better connection. Now, for some of you, you may feel that your soulmate is maybe just your friend. It's one or the other. But yeah, Scorp, like, I feel like you're being brought back in, but I think that there's still a fear of rejection. So, like, there needs to be, somebody's got to fix something with justice being there. But you're being given a reason to hope here. Especially with the Ace of Cups coming through. But like I said, there needs to be some more emotional involvement and less detachment. Especially if you're looking at a person with that King of Cups being there. Alright, Scorp, so with the Three of Cups being the overall on this, like I said, this could be, the whole reunion thing, especially with the Five of Pentacles coming out. But, right, like people, and people possibly being responsible for an opportunity coming through. Maybe there is a new beginning with people in your life, whether they're friends or family or relationship, which is a possibility here. But I see you being really cautious about this, and being kind of like cold and turned off about it. And with the Ace of Cups, like, I can understand. Now, as far as the Star, though, like, I'm hoping that even if you reject an offer, or you feel like you're rejected, that there's still going to be some hope and some healing. But the other thing, though, too, is that this is really big. And I think that at first you tried to take this stance of, what is that going to mean in the long run? But, like, you're being asked here to get more emotionally involved and more open to your own emotions, is what I feel like looking at her there. Now, with your hopes and fears surrounding the King of Cups, definitely we'll be talking about you needing to be in control of your emotions, or this is going to have to do with a person, possibly a friend, and maybe a new beginning. You know, but looking at the clarifiers, right, with the sun, yeah, you're seeing everything for what it is, but like this, it feels good, you know? I mean, the two of these together, yeah. I mean, you could definitely be saying, though, especially with these ones showing up, that you may be in a draining situation, or, you know, an opportunity may have been, like, completely exhausted for you. And that may be why we're looking at the Five of Pentacles, but there's still a need to be, like, open here, and maybe the reason why you're rejected is because somebody needs to be a little bit more giving when it comes to making things right. Making sure that things are fair and balanced with justice coming out. But I don't know, this one kind of throws me off because you're being asked to be more emotionally involved, but yet, like, I feel like you're being detached. Now, if we're talking about a friend in your environment, you know, they may be responsible for, you know, an opportunity coming through, but you may be, like, looking at it differently. You know, now as far as the Queen of Swords, right, like, she's being truthful and honest about what this opportunity means, for sure. There's so many different layers to this, but, you know, as far as these two together, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if we're talking about a person, whether it's friends, family, or relationship, it looks like there's a good connection, but for some reason that Five of Pentacles just throws everything off. I would just say that maybe now is not the right time to, like, act on an opportunity until things are fair and balanced. Now, you know, and again, if you're in a draining situation, you gotta get out of it. As far as singles go for relationships, worth waiting for, and then the Six of Cups. I swear to God, I feel like I'm giving bad advice for everybody this week, and I'm pretty sure somebody's probably going to say something about it. Like, yeah. Like, I know. But worth waiting for with the past? You know, usually the message there is you need to stop focusing on the past, stop dwelling on what used to be, but for some reason it's saying that, you know, it's worth waiting for. Or it could just be it's worth waiting for as far as, like, getting over that, right? Like, you may be stuck in, like, looking at the past and wishing that it would return, and it's worth waiting for to get to that point where you're finally over it. Now, this threw me off. Soulmate in the Knight of Pentacles, you know, it could be that you're finding out that one of your friends is, like, your soulmate in terms of relationships. But here's the thing. When it comes to soulmate, for me, as far as that goes, technically that could be anybody. You know, and we're all connected, so it's like we're all each other's soulmate as far as that goes. But with the Knight of Pentacles, you're talking about, like, being put in the friend zone, which is, like, a possibility for some of you. Are you doing this to somebody else? Like, that's great now that you're soulmates. But now, on the other hand, it could just be, like I said, a friendship first that goes further. But, like, I'm not seeing anything bad around it. But I don't know, Scorpio. This, to me, is, like, off-putting. You know, because for you, right, like, this is perfect. I mean, this would be exactly what you want. But with the Five of Pentacles coming out, like I said, you know, this may be everything that you've been hoping and wishing for. I mean, looking at the star, right? But you may also be hoping and wishing for there to be healing and some more balance with the situation before you can accept anything.